Hey everyone, this is Jenny. Welcome back. I have a should you melt this video for you today, but I am going to start with my non-wax related item here, which is one of my Bath & Body Works foaming hand soaps. This is raspberry meringue. I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying that. And this is a blend of raspberries dipped in vanilla and folded into fluffy meringue. I don't know why. I feel like I can't say it right now. So I just finished this. This was in my bathroom. I really like this scent. You can tell it was from one of their Christmas collections. I would say probably 2 years ago, maybe 3. I don't think it was last year. I think this was definitely an older one. I don't know if there's a way to tell the year with some of these hand soaps. I'm not sure. I really did like this scent. So raspberry is definitely a scent for me that is really hit or miss, and mostly miss. I'm not a huge fan of raspberry scents. A lot of times they come off very floral or like funky, and I don't care for them. This, however, was really good. Now, I don't know that I necessarily smelled raspberry. To me, this had kind of like it did have a berry note to it, but almost like a winter berry, and it had like a little bit of an essence of kind of like a woodsy, almost like outdoorsy tree scent, which is not in the scent description, but it did really give me kind of that feeling of Christmas time a little bit. Very fresh, a little bit tart, a little bit berry, a little bit outdoorsy. I really liked it. So to me, it did not smell like the scent description, but I really liked it. I also finished a candle in Raspberry Peach Macaron. You probably saw this melting in the background in a couple videos. I had already melted most of it a while ago and decided to go ahead and finish this one off. This is a great scent. It did perform okay. It wasn't the best of throwers. I feel like after it went past the halfway mark, it did start throwing a little bit better. I actually could probably, it's pretty low. It's pretty much done. I might be able to light it a little bit more, but I finally blew it out because it was starting to get that burny, smoky smell. So I don't really see any soot on it. You do see some residue as it's going down, and the wax got kind of dirty and left some black marks, but it was smelling pretty like sooty by the time like it got to this point. So I just decided to go and blow it out and call it a day. So it is a great scent, but it's just an okay performer, or not a great performer. So I melted a lot of candles from the keeping room this week. I was trying to get through a bunch of samples, so these are all the samples I did get through this week, which is quite a bit. There is one here that's not an empty, so I'll go ahead and start with that. But it's only because there was 2 pieces in here. This is Secret Potion, and this is from last year, December of last year. But this is lime, kale, white fennel, lemon, cucumbers, yuzu, and black pepper. This is actually a really good scent, very fresh. There's a hint of sweetness. To me, it almost has like a hint of a floral note, but it's very pretty. Kind of a fresh, little bit sweet scent. I really enjoyed that. That's definitely one I would think about purchasing down the road. Then I melted this Berrylicious birthday cake. This was sweet berries, birthday cake, and sugary glaze. So this is a scent I really like. I do like her Berrylicious scent, and mixed with birthday cake, it gives it that bakery note. I will say though that generally with all my samples this week, I was having a hard time getting them to throw really well. I really feel like my air conditioner was really messing with my scent throw this week, in particular with my candles from the keeping room. So this one, I don't remember it performing that well, so I think it was lighter. I'm attributing it to my air conditioner. However, I don't know. This is Angel Heart. This, I didn't even write down the scent description because it was a bunch of different fruit notes and floral notes, but it's very pretty. It did remind me of the scent Angel from Victoria's Secret. One of my really good friends from college, she used to wear that scent all the time. So it reminded me of that. The good thing about this is it was kind of like just a lighter medium, which was actually perfect because it does have so much of that floral kind of perfumey note to it that if it was any stronger, I think it would have been too strong. So this was the perfect amount of strength for this type of a scent for me. It was pretty. I don't know that I'd ever go out of my way to try and get it, but I did enjoy it while I was melting it. I melted a sample here, Mediterranean Fig. This is Italian Fig with notes of apricot, rose, oak moss, and cashmere. This one was a little bit lighter. I did melt it in my bathroom, but I know I've commented before that sometimes scents just don't do real well in my bathroom because I have a vent right above where my warmer is. It's the only place I can have a warmer because it's a smallish bathroom. So I don't remember this one performing that well. This is 3 Wishes Tea, and the scent description is Rubeus Blend, I think is what it is. Peach pieces, bits of rhubarb, rosebuds, tea leaves, marigold. This is a little bit fruity, a little bit florally, kind of a tea scent. Again, this was maybe a medium light. It is one I melted in my bathroom, which in my bathroom I have a 20-watt Glade, so it wasn't like the greatest performer, but I think that's a scent that if I melted it like in my living room, maybe had a couple pieces of it, it probably would have done better. The 2 best performers from Candles from the Keeping Room this week were these 2. I melted them together in my living room. So one of the things you'll see the next several that I have are scents that were similar that I melted at the same time in my living room because I do have 2 warmers in my living room. And I usually will melt 2 pieces of the same scent in my living room. Or in the case of Candles from the Keeping Room and trying to get through a bunch of these samples, I went ahead and just melted complementary scents. And these were freaking strong. So the English breakfast zucchini is basically her English marmalade with zucchini bread. And the English marmalade is a spicy English marmalade note with marshmallow and sugary glaze. And these were amazing. Like, they do remind me of an actual English marmalade. When you open it, you know, it has the bits of kind of like the sugary orange peel or whatever, and it usually has a spicy note to it, but these were great. It was just a sugary orange, a little bit spice with this zucchini. It had that bakery note. These were just excellent. Both of these I would definitely repurchase. Absolutely love them, and they performed exceptionally well in my living room with my AC on. They were really strong. So that's why, so some of these I think performed well, some didn't, some may have done better without my AC. The other 2 that I melted together, Wild Berry Vanilla Sugar Waffle Cone and Wild Berry Pomegranate Fluff. This one I think it's her Wild Berry scent with pomegranate. It's not Wild Berry Mousse, it just says Wild Berries with pomegranate and toasted marshmallow, and then this is her wild berry scent with vanilla sugar waffle cone. This is great. I think I got the pomegranate the most out of both of these when they were melting at the same time, which is definitely a sweeter scent. I got a little bit of the bakery note from the vanilla sugar waffle cone, but it was sweet, berry-ish. I enjoyed it. Probably a solid medium throw. I melted in my bathroom this fig and rhubarb, and I couldn't find the scent description for this on her website, but I do think this is more of a fresh scent. Fig scents usually tend to be more fresh than anything else, and I think this was kind of a lighter medium scent throw in my bathroom, again probably because of the vent. I enjoyed it, but it's nothing I would go out of my way to get my hands on. This is basically just an angel food cake. I melted this in the guest room. It was really light. It could be, so it was really light in the guest room, but I think that's just the scent. I think angel food cake is just not a strong scent. There is no air conditioner in the guest room, so I know I can't blame that on the air. That's not something I would seek out. I melted the sample in Blissful Blackberry type. This was actually really excellent. I don't know who this is a type for, but this is just a really pretty blackberry scent. There is somewhat of a like musky, kind of florally, like warm note to the blackberry, but it is a really pretty scent. I do like that. I would consider purchasing it down the road. I also melted this Peppermint and Cypress. This is one of the samples I just got in my recent order. I really like this. This was a very icy peppermint note. I actually melted this at night because I wanted something pepperminty in my room. The Cypress was just kind of a background note. You could smell it. It did give it that kind of tree, woodsy, almost pine tree type scent, but it was just a background note in this. You really got the icy peppermint the most, maybe like 70 to 80%. So I actually really enjoyed this. It was very strong in my room, which I used a Mainstays warmer, which I just got a Mainstays warmer and put it in my room. Oh, these 2 I melted together. Strawberry coconut pie and fresh picked strawberry. The strawberry coconut pie actually was the stronger of the 2, and I got more of the coconut pie and a nice pie crust note in there with kind of like a sweet coconut. I enjoyed it, but I actually wish I would have gotten a little bit more strawberry, so I'm surprised that this was the stronger one. Even though I had fresh picked strawberry going in one of my other warmers as well, but I still enjoyed it. at the same time, I melted these two scents, Rainbow Cotton Candy and Blue Raspberry Cotton Candy. I really love the Blue Raspberry Cotton Candy. It just has that like fun, kind of like, how can I describe it? It has kind of that like tart raspberry almost type scent mixed with that cotton candy. So really good. Both of these were like a solid like medium strong scent throw, and just sweet and delicious. So I enjoyed those. I melted these two together, which is Fizzy Pop Soda and Champagne Toast type. These were nice solid performers. I got like a medium plus scent throw. I really love the Champagne Toast type. I do know that is for a Bath & Body Works candle that I think they've been pretty consistent with coming back out with that in different packaging now every year. It's a great scent. The one time I did, I don't know if I have a candle from them right now. I know like when they first came out with the scent, I did have a candle from them in that scent and it performed really well. But I would definitely purchase Champagne Toast from Carol in the future. Her Fizzy Soda Pop or Fizzy Pop Soda is really good, but it's your basic Fizzy Pop Soda scent. I think I prefer them more in blends than just on their own, but I thought these two went well together. I really enjoyed them and I could actually smell them both. Then I melted these two together, Peach Jam Cheesecake and Peach Pie Filling. These are okay. I've mentioned in a couple of my last videos that I can melt peach, I can enjoy it, but it's just a scent that like is really not doing a lot for me. It's not like I dislike it, but it's just like meh, whatever. Like I could totally leave it. So I did go ahead and melt these. I did get kind of like a sweet peach note. In some case I got a little bit of more of that like candied peach scent, almost like those little gummy peach candies that you can get. I did not get any of the cheesecake in this peach jam cheesecake, so that was unfortunate. I wish I would have gotten more of that. And the peach pie filling, that there is no crust note or anything with that. It truly is kind of just like a sweet peach. So these performed well, but just not scents I'd really seek out, at least not right now. Then I melted this actually just this morning. I had two little bundt shapes in this salted caramel espresso. I put one in each warmer in my living room. It was nice and strong. I got mostly the espresso, not really any of the salted caramel note. It maybe added a little bit of sweetness, but I do actually prefer coffee scents when they're more of like a latte type scent, so they have some like somewhat of a creaminess to them. So this one was okay. I enjoyed it while it was in, but it's not something I would repurchase or purchase. Let's see, so also from Candles from the Keeping Room. These are now not samples, but I melted Garfield's Bowl of Cream. This is a scent I do really enjoy melting at night. Let's see, how old is this one? So this is just from last year, July of 2016. So this is, let me see, her scent description, oops, I just covered it up, is milky coconut, sweet sugary vanilla, and caramelized sugar. Now I don't get coconut out of this one at all when I melt it. To me it's just kind of a warm, creamy, sweet scent that has a little bit of like a, not perfumey and not florally, but like a little something extra in there. Like it's not just like a sweet creamy scent. There's something kind of more unique to the scent, but I do really enjoy melting this one at night. And normally if I'm not running my AC, this one's really strong. I was running my AC when I had this in my bedroom, so it was more of like a lighter medium scent throw, unfortunately, so that AC is really messing with my throw this week. But it is a scent I love and I will always repurchase. And I have actually, I think, like 3 bags of it, so I don't need to purchase any more anytime soon. Oops, I bumped my camera. So another one that I melted at night, this is Pink Sugared Strawberry. So basically pink sugar and strawberry from Candles from the Keeping Room. Love this blend. This is, I just love Carol's Fresh Picked Strawberry and then mixed with that pink sugar. Just to me, it's just a very soothing, delicious nighttime scent. So I did melt this. It was a nice strong throw with my AC on. I used my Mainstays warmer in my room, so love this one. I think I have a few bags of this as well and will always repurchase it. Just, it's a simple blend, but I love it, and I particularly love it from her. I melted one of my new bags from her in Strawberry Cheesecake. This was really good. I definitely got a lot of the strawberry at the beginning, but then as it kind of melted, that cheesecake note did actually really come out, which was nice. And then there was a lot of pie crust in that cheesecake note. It wasn't spicy, but it was definitely a good solid kind of bakery with like a hint of a spice. I really did enjoy this though, so but you have to like cheesecake. To me, I didn't get any sour note from it. I just got a nice bakery cheesecake mixed with some of that sweet strawberry. At night, I melted one of her chunks in peppermint marshmallow, or one of her tarts in peppermint marshmallow. I do really like her peppermint scents. They're normally a lot stronger. This one was a little bit lighter, and I don't know, let me see, how old is this one? Do I have it? So this is from October 2015. I feel like this peppermint is not as strong as her peppermint normally is. Sorry, and I'm holding these close to the camera because I don't want them to bump this candle. Let me actually push the candle back a little bit. But, so this one, it did not perform as strong as I thought it would for being a peppermint scent. But again, my AC was on, so that could have been messing with it. I also, this week, I've just been really exhausted, so I've been falling asleep pretty quickly after getting into bed. So some of these I'm probably missing out on most of the scent just because I'm falling asleep so fast. But I still really enjoy melting at night. And let's see, the last of the candles from the keeping room, I melted Strawberry Peppermint. I love this scent from her, and it's folded over so you can't really see it, but it is Strawberry Peppermint. I have one little tart left in this bag, but I do have several backups of this. Again, this is another scent I will always purchase from her. It's her nice strong peppermint mixed with that sweet yummy strawberry. Amazing scent, simple but amazing, love it, and I will always repurchase, and that one performed well this week. All right, so I melted one of my new scent shots from Rainbow Melts. This is actually going in my living room right now. This is Strawberry Kiwi Fizz. I love this. The kiwi note has a little bit of kind of like a green note in it. Kiwi scents tend to not be fruity scents to me, but mixed with that sweet strawberry and the fizzy pop, this is great. Like I actually get a lot of the kiwi and strawberry mixed with this fizzy pop while it's warm. I love this one, and it's definitely one I would look to get next summer. And since I have 2 more of those, I'll have plenty to melt the rest of the summer. Oh goodness, this one was amazing, if I can actually talk. This is Summer Splash Watermelon and Strawberry. This is a sample I got just in my order. And this is performing excellent. It's in my bathroom right now. I can really smell it really well in my bathroom. I don't think Rainbow Melts, at least to me, seems like it needs a long cure time, because this is mid-July, this is late mid-July, and they're performing really well. So this one I did cut it in half and put it in 2 warmers in my living room, and it was nice and strong. This one I just put the whole tart in my bathroom, which is a 20-watt Glade, performing really well. I really love what the Summer Splash scent note, whatever it is, to me it has kind of like a fresh watery type scent to it. So this takes that sweet watermelon and that sweet strawberry and makes it kind of more of a fresh scent. I love it, but you can still smell the sweetness, like the fruity sweetness of it. This is definitely something I would look to purchase next summer. I don't need any more wax this summer, but it's definitely one I'm going to write down to make sure I get next summer. Love it. I finished this scent shot from Candles by Victoria. I melted it in one of my, half of it in one of my previous Should You Melt This videos, and then I melted the other half today in my bedroom. In the previous video, I said it smelled kind of like a berry mixed with like a Christmas tree type scent almost. Well, I actually looked up the scent description this time. It's actually mulberry and lavender. I had no clue there's lavender in this. So what I'm really getting is that berry. So mulberry is like a winter berry, right? And it has that kind of tree note to it, like almost like a kind of not like a pine, but kind of resembling like if you were to do a cypress or something like that, woodsy kind of pine needle type scent. But I absolutely love it, but I did not get lavender from this at all, but I like it. It's actually still going in my bedroom. It's doing well, and it's really an old one. From Rose Girls, I blended Gilligan's Brew with Monster Cookies. So Gilligan's Brew is coconut milk and heavy whipping cream. Monster Cookie is brown sugar, sweet creamy butter, and Madagascar vanilla. But I love Gilligan's Brew. It is a little bit of a lighter scent for me, but it's nice, sweet, kind of creamy, a little bit of a coconutty scent, but it's not overly coconutty. I do really like it. And the Monster Cookie is just a great bakery scent. It's kind of unique. It's definitely a cookie scent like you don't get from other vendors. So I melted a little bit of each one in 2 different warmers. and I got a solid like medium plus scent throw. It wasn't like crazy strong, but it did well with my air conditioning on. I really enjoyed it. It was basically like a creamy, sweet bakery cookie scent. So I really did enjoy this blend, and I would definitely melt them together again. From Sniff My Tarts, I melted a piece of this whipped cream red mac apple and marshmallow type. I did put it in my guest room, and I don't really smell it. Now this you can see is pretty old. It's almost 2.5 years old, and I have heard other people say that, you know, Sniff My Tarts really is at its prime before the year mark. But unfortunately, this for me is one of, like, this I think was my last order from them, and that last order made me stop ordering because everything in that last order just was not strong for me. Like, none of it has thrown well since the day I got it. So I am just melting it here and there, knowing that I'm not getting much of a scent throw from any of them. And this one I don't really smell at all when I go in the guest room. So although I know some people will say it's because of age, it's never actually smelled very strong since I got it, which is disappointing, which is why I have not purchased from them again. I did melt a piece of this Rainbow Melt scent in Sleigh Bells. This is Holiday Berries and Sweet Vanilla. I did put it in my bathroom this morning, which is a 20-watt Glade, and I really had a hard time smelling it. It was light. I could smell it a little bit, but it was very light. I think that might be part of age since it is from December 2014, so it's going to be 3 years and a few months. And for me, Rainbow Melts just does not have as long of a shelf life as other vendors do, unfortunately. I wish it did, because Rainbow Melts, she has amazing blends and generally they throw really well, but I do feel like she's definitely one of those vendors you need to melt it within, like, I would say like 18 months. I think it can go a little bit longer than a year, but you're pushing it when you get to the 2-year mark, just my personal opinion. So I am going to keep trying to melt some of her stuff, because some of her older stuff does perform well for me. It's just a little bit more hit and miss versus when you melt it newer, like the stuff over here. Oops. They usually always perform really well for me. So just kind of an FYI. That's my own fault for overbuying and just having too much wax, but it is what it is, and I know I'm not alone in that. This is from Long Cane Primitives. I melted a tart in this pomegranate watermelon punch. This did really well. You can see it's from November 2014, so it's almost 3 years old. It's definitely a sweet, fruity scent, but it's really good. And it performed, it was like a nice solid medium. I could smell it, but it wasn't like crazy strong. Now, Long Cane Primitives, she has closed shop, I believe. She announced it several months ago. So I do have a little bit of a stash of her stuff that I'll just continue melting through, but you can't purchase from her anymore. But her stuff generally has performed really, really well for me. It's not like the strongest throw out there, but I definitely usually get like a medium plus scent throw from her stuff. And then the very last thing that I melted this week is Ava Bath Noel from Sassy Girl Aroma. This was a loaf that I got back in March of 2015, so about 2.5 years ago. When I first got this was like freaking strong and almost too strong, so I didn't reach for it very often to melt because that Ava Bath was just overpowering a lot of times. Now it's gotten to a point, it's lost a little bit of its scent, but in a good way. To me, it's not overpowering. I melted this in my bathroom yesterday. It lasted all day yesterday and then overnight, and I could still smell it this morning when I dumped it out and put a new scent in. So it did well, but it was just a good medium scent throw, which for me, for this particular type of a scent, was just enough. When I first got it and it was really, really strong, it was a little too much for me. So I actually like this when it's toned down a little bit, but I will continue melting through it. So that is everything, you guys, that I melted this week. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.